September is going to be a huge month for Cardano. With smart contracts ready to go live and teams already building on the network, this is one of the most exciting times in the history of this project's development. It looks like ADA holders will finally be getting the last laugh, and anyone who bet against them will need to pay up. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. In this video, we're going to cover some of the developments happening in the Cardano ecosystem as we approach the much anticipated launch of smart contracts. So let's talk Cardano. Each phase of the Alonzo upgrade, more or less, has gone according to plan with no major issues. And now we are less than 2 weeks away from the network going live. Launch day is scheduled for September 12th, and it doesn't seem like there will be any more delays. In a live stream this week, Charles Hoskinson told the Cardano community that smart contracts will be launching on time. Unfortunately, for secret cyberpunk project Cardano City, they've had to push back the release of their NFTs, citing some technical issues. I'm a big fan of Cardano City, not just because it's Cardano and it looks cool, but they also used me in their promo spot. Twitter account popped up out of nowhere and posted a single photo. What is Cardano City? Oh, thanks guys. Or girls. Cardano City NFTs are sure to be extremely cool, and no doubt one of the hottest NFT drops of this summer. Of course, along with Pluto Alliance. The price of ADA has rallied this month in response to these recent developments, climbing from around $1 at its local bottom all the way up to nearly $3 where it has recently begun to consolidate. This movement has taken Cardano even further into the mainstream and has recently caught the attention of the Reddit crowd that does most of their investing on Robinhood. Last week, the Dogecoin millionaire Glauber Contesoto announced that he would be going all in on Cardano, saying that he plans to start buying up as much Cardano as humanly possible. I've been bullish on Cardano since before it was cool, and I've expected it to hit anywhere from the $5 to $8 range during this bull run. And now, after the price action we've seen, I believe it will break through $10 during this cycle. As the public launch of smart contracts approaches, development teams are hard at work on their first applications, or Dapplications, that will live on the Cardano blockchain. A variety of different DeFi platforms are expected to launch shortly after smart contracts go live, including the decentralized exchange SundaeSwap, which will have direct integration with the Daedalus and Yori wallets, allowing users to trade and provide liquidity directly from their non-custodial wallets. That's a great first move for Cardano DeFi, as non-custodial wallets are far more secure than custodial accounts like on Coinbase. It's important to remember that dApps like SundaeSwap have been in development for many months and have been working on the very robust Cardano testnet for a while now. SundaeSwap demo last week made it very clear that Cardano DeFi is going to be a sweet deal. Speaking of sweet deals, if you want to stake your ADA to make passive income, do it on the best Cardano staking pool around, the BitPool. Click the link in the description to find instructions on how to stake your ADA with us. In a press release this month, IOHK also gave us some information about the Cardano native stablecoin, Djed. This stablecoin will be algorithmically pegged to the US dollar, but price oracles will allow it to be displayed as different currencies. This is one of the most important problems that needs to be solved in order to make decentralized finance truly decentralized. Most stablecoins like USDC and Tether are centralized and require full reserves to back up the assets. This creates a variety of different problems, including central points of failure and attack vectors the hackers or regulators can take advantage of. There are plenty of algorithmic stablecoins on the market already, but many of them are experimental and risky. In fact, you might remember Iron Finance, the project that Mark Cuban got wrecked on earlier this year. Well, that was actually a stablecoin project. I hope they get that one ironed out. Djed is promising to be far above the competition with an entirely new type of stablecoin protocol that will act as an autonomous central bank, as this intense diagram shows. A test version of this stablecoin has already been deployed on the Ethereum blockchain, along with Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, and other networks. As the smart contracts start to go live on Cardano, hackers from around the world will be putting it to the test, searching for vulnerabilities. This is an everyday thing in crypto, but in this case, a large portion of these hackers will actually be on Cardano's payroll, working to secure the network and find exploits before the bad guys do. This week, the Cardano Foundation announced a bug bounty program as part of a partnership with HackerOne, an organization composed of ethical hackers who use their skills to find bugs in vital systems and report them so they can be fixed. These are the same teams that help secure networks from some of the largest corporations and government agencies in the world, including the U.S. Department of Defense, Dropbox, Goldman Sachs, and Google. Quite a list. As we've discussed on this channel before, Financial Cartel has been spreading FUD about Cardano because they aren't invested and they see it as a threat. One of the cheapest shots the crypto media has taken against Cardano this year is suggesting that Charles Hoskinson and the other builders behind the project are intending to colonize Africa by helping to provide blockchain infrastructure there. It's true that corporations generally don't have great reputations in the developing world, but blockchains aren't corporations. That's kind of the whole point. Most of us in this industry want to do things differently and change the world for the better. This technology could greatly improve the quality of life for people all over the world. The people who bought into the Cardano ecosystem will be sharing in the ownership of the platform by holding the ADA asset. They will also be free to build on this blockchain and create wealth for themselves and their communities in ways that just weren't possible before. This is the whole idea behind banking the unbanked, one of the major goals that this technology is seeking to achieve. Establishing blockchain infrastructure in the developing world is obviously a part of this process, and anyone who's been paying attention to the Cardano community knows that this has been the plan all along. Crypto adoption is actually happening at a faster pace in Africa than it is in the rest of the world because there's more need for this technology there than in the West, where we have banking systems. Don't we love those? Cardano is also planning to provide important resources to the communities where its blockchain is used. Just recently, IOHK announced a partnership with the European Business University of Luxembourg, or the EBU, to make education accessible for people in developing countries. This partnership will bring educational resources and material to students across Africa for free, so they can learn the most important skills to succeed in today's world, including coding for blockchain and web development. But that's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.